Lina Mansour is a 46-year-old obstetrician and gynecologist specialist in National Guards Hospital in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. She completed her medical training in a prestigious medical school in Lebanon. As immigration for doctors opens in Canada, she applies to the program to start preparing for her Canadian medical certification exams ahead of time.
Shannon, can you check the post-op patient? Let me know how is her blood pressure.
Sure, doctor. By the way, what is the progress of your immigration papers to Canada?
Still in process. It's expected to arrive by February.
Wow! Does that mean you will be in Canada next summer? I'm so excited.
Let's hope so. That's why I'm already preparing for the exams along with other preparations.
You will rock it, doctor. I'm so proud a skilled doctor like you have chosen Canada. You were my obstetrician when my baby was born here. So I would love many more Canadians to get the opportunity to be your patient.
Thank you, Shannon. I hope it works out well.
Dr. Mansour, we are sad that we'll be losing a very qualified and skilled doctor, but at the same time, I am very happy that you'll get the opportunity to work as an obstetrician and gynecologist in Canada. I did my fellowship from there 10 years ago, and I can assure you, you'll enjoy the work there.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. I will have to take 2 Canadian certification exams, which I am already working on.
Knowing your capability, I am sure you will ace it.
Canada needs good doctors like you, Dr. Mansour. I'm so excited and I hope to see you in Canada in my next holiday.
Lina and her family have settled in Montreal. The kids go to the high school nearby. They have some savings to support the family, and it was decided that Lina should focus on preparing for her exams, while Wael, who is a banker, begins to look for a job. He applies at various vacancies but hardly gets any response. One day, he gets an interview.
Thank you, Wael, for applying for the job. You have a rich experience outside of Canada, but unfortunately, you do not have any Canadian experience.
I have just landed 4 weeks ago. Hence, how can I have Canadian experience?
I will give you a sincere suggestion. Kindly look for a volunteering opportunity in your field that will give you some experience here.
Unfortunately, I need to look for a job as I have to pay my bills, house rent and put breakfast on the table.
I understand, Mr. Wael Ahmed. I wish you good luck.
After 6 months of trying to get a job in his field, and as their savings dwindle, Wael is forced to look for a job outside of his expertise. For many basic jobs, he was often told, "You are overqualified for this position." Ultimately, Wael took a job as a security guard in a building. Lina continued her studies and was easily able to pass both her certification exams in one attempt. She had to start applying for residency positions as an obstetrician and gynecologist. However, since residencies in obstetrics and gynecology are very few, she did not receive any calls. She was advised to change her choice of practice to family medicine as there are more vacancies. Lina goes to a nonprofit organization that helps immigrant healthcare professionals.
Good morning, Dr. Mansour. How are you doing?
No success so far. I tried 2 years for obstetrics and gynecology, and now it's been 2 other years in family medicine, but I did not get any interview call.
I am so sorry for that. You have a good score, but not an excellent score. And then, as you know, it is still a highly competitive field, and though not as much as obstetric and gynecology.
I am now tired and morally exhausted. My family expenses are increasing, and it's so hard to leave it on my husband alone.
Dr. Mansour, if you don't mind, can I suggest you to look for some related fields? You may have better opportunities there.
What are those jobs?
Like surgical theater technician, ECG technician, ultrasound technician, lab assistant.
Yeah, I know in the end most immigrant doctors end up doing that. And if I'm not wrong, I will have to again go to college to get certified for these jobs.
You're right, doctor, but don't worry, it will be easy for you. Most of them are from 9 to 18 months diploma courses, and the government gives you 50% as a grant and 50% as a loan.
So even before I start getting paid, I have to go into debt for these studies? I am exhausted. I'm more than 50 years, so the chances of residency gets even less.
You tried your best, Lina, but it was not meant to be.
What kind of immigration they want here? If they do not have the positions and will to accommodate us as doctors here. There is shortage of doctors everywhere, but they wouldn't still let the immigrant doctors get the opportunity to work. I could never imagine we will have to face this level of systemic racism in a country like Canada.
Have patience, Lina. I think certifying as a sonologist will be a good idea. You already know ultrasound as a gynecologist.
Yes, that is the choice left now, but it will take another year to finish that training, and about 6,000 Canadian dollars for fees.
But we don't have that amount of money.
Yes, that is why I'm thinking of joining a job at the Thrive store where my friend Noor is working. She has asked me several times that they are in need for a counter salesperson. I will save some money from there, and in 1 year I'll be able to pay the fees. Hi, my name is Lina Mansour. I came to Canada as a skilled immigrant from Lebanon when the immigration for doctors opened. Being a bright student all my life, I cleared my certification exams in first attempt. But even then, after trying for 5 years and spending over 20,000 Canadian dollars, I could not get into the system and secure a residency position for myself. And I'm not alone. Majority of doctors who have immigrated as skilled immigrants because of their medical degrees fail to get a residency. They say there is no coordination between the federal government, which opens immigration, and the provincial government, which create positions for immigrant doctors. Unfortunately, in this whole mess, it is us, the qualified foreign doctors, who suffer. We literally commit professional suicides as we come to a developed country like Canada. Of course, we need competent doctors here. But once we have done our exams, we are still left out of the system because we do not get a residency position. This is extremely mind-boggling that this level of systemic discrimination against foreign-trained health professionals exists in a developed country like Canada.
There is a significant amount of underutilized, skilled healthcare professionals in Canada, but who are trained abroad. According to a survey, 35% of them have passed the required licensing exams, but very few of them obtain a residency. In 2021, less than 10% of residency spots were available for international medical graduates, despite the fact they have spent over 14,000 Canadian dollars on exams and residency applications.